We sipped at the right time this time.
You guys are getting it down and better.
After 14 times, we're right on track with it.
All right, welcome to Happy Hour with the Pink Stitchers. I'm Jamie.
I'm Chris.
I'm Erica.
And
this is February 18th.
Our 14th video. We are just improving leaps and bounds.
Leaps and bounds.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sunny here in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Cold.
And not terribly cold.
No, it's 40.
Next week is going to be 50s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we're traveling the seasons. We had a snowstorm last week.
Tornado last weekend. You know.
Yeah. We had a little frosty weather a little bit, and now we're
yesterday
back
was
up.
that.
Yeah,
that
was cold.
Yeah,
that was a little.
The
too
snow's
much.
melting, so we're moving on the right pace right now.
Yes.
For sure.
But this is our FlossTube about cross stitch and Walter and you know all of Erica's accomplishments.
So yes, I have accomplished a lot.
I mean, that's why we came on today, was just to show off.
I
mean, follow up last time's whip parade from Erica.
Yes.
This is the caboose.
This is the caboose. All right.
So today we're drinking a mocktail. It's an old fashioned with a lot of ginger beer. So I don't really feel like it tastes like an old fashioned, but it tastes good. So I mean, I'm there for it.
I like it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't call it an old fashioned, but we're just doing the right things.
It's a new fashioned.
Yeah.
It's a new fashioned.
Yeah.
That's what we're going with.
Perfect.
I had a few of the old ones on Friday. Now I'm having the new ones.
All right, so life updates.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Well, I mean, it's been 3 weeks since we recorded. We were supposed to do it last weekend, but we were at Welcome Stitchery, so, you know, it is what it is.
Busy stretch here.
Yes, but then we have to recall all the things. I mean, Erica, with her stitch schedule, is... it's hard to recall back 3 weeks.
Hey, everyone's going to be very impressed with what I got done.
Yes.
Minus the craft room, I'm going to admit right now.
We're clearly not there right now, so...
We're not in the craft room. It needs more work, so...
Not more.
It needs work, okay? I've done nothing. So, this next week, Josh is getting the... I'm cracking that whip, and he is getting that stuff out of there so we can do our thing.
By our next FlossTube.
Yes.
Yep.
Because we're going to go up there, and then we're going to do a little love on her. On Lorraine and...
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Some feather weighting.
I have Alma.
Alma.
Yep.
Okay. And Gladdy.
I got Gladdy Viola. I got a double banger there.
All right, so I stitched a lot. And while Erica hasn't been redoing her craft room, I have been working on mine a little bit. I've been making some adaptations, try to get things a little more organized. Not that it keeps it clean, because
All right.
That's something, but
that's fine.
Yeah. Good news, everyone. I got my Suspargo Block of the Month for January and February.
I'm resting better over it
Yeah.
because I heard a lot
I was losing a lot of sleep over that.
I know.
I heard about it quite a lot, so
Yep.
I'm thankful that Sue finally came through for her.
Yep, and you know, all the things are placed right in their box. Dying for me to really get working on
Get
them.
started.
Do you know what somebody told me?
What?
I watched your videos, and do you know what they said I say the most of?
What?
All the things.
Oh, do you?
I was like, I never noticed that, but
I don't
Okay.
recall. but
now you
we're
just
gonna
said it,
keep
and so
track.
now I was.
Okay. We're gonna keep track.
It might be a drinking game.
Yeah, if Erica says all the things, take a drink.
Yes.
It's gonna be
whatever
a
you're drinking. You might be hydrated.
Yeah, you might have to pee a lot or
right.
be tipsy. It doesn't know. And then, last weekend we took our trip to Welcome Stitchery, and we'll talk about that more. And the superb owl during the Super Bowl. I also, because the Stitchy rooms stayed open for the rest of this last week.
Super Bowl.
Yes. They weren't utilized as well. I could bring it up the next time or when we talk about it later. But anyways, they weren't utilized as much as I expected. But I did pop on one night and I stitched until 4 a.m. Chit-chatting. And then we also partook one night with Rose and Michelle and Jill.
Some of our friends, yep.
Yep. In one of the Stitchy rooms.
It was fun having
It was. And we did a couple Zoom stitches with some of the New England. A lot of them are floss tubers. That's fun. And then I did cross stitch club at Primitive Gatherings on Wednesday. And then I stopped in on Friday. I was a little late, but I did some knitting at Primitive Gatherings for the knitting club. And there was also a All Things Love retreat going on there. So I got to meet Michelle Rudy of Farm Girl Dry Goods. And Sherry Ward and Susan Coates from Keepsakes. And also I got to meet a lady, her name is Candy. She watches us, but she was there celebrating her 20-year breast cancer anniversary. Or I don't know if it's breast cancer, I don't know. The cancer anniversary. I was hoping to get a little more time to chit-chat, but I got there late on Friday, and so I didn't get a lot of time to talk to her, but
I would have liked to have gone to that retreat. Their projects were very cute.
And then I've been doing a lot of oogling over all the market releases.
Don't even get me started.
Yeah. And then
I got a few things in my cart that I want to pull the trigger on, but I haven't.
Yes. And then my oldest daughter Lily started her first job yesterday. And who knew you make $17 an hour washing dishes at Chili's?
I'm thinking about a career change.
No doubt.
Might be less stressful.
Right? So I guess that's what's going on with me.
All right. I did a lot of the same things as Jamie, so I won't, be repetitive. I have been getting some stitching done. I have a couple sewing projects I worked on. Other than that, I don't know. I've been nursing a cold a little bit, so I've been laying low a little. So I haven't had anything too exciting going on.
Everyone's got the cooties.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Zoom that we participated in with Brandy and Emma from B&E Stitchery, and Erin Elizabeth, and
Chris the Camping Stitcher.
Stephanie from New Hampshire Stitcher. New England Stitcher. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I wrote down New Hampshire, but I probably should have double checked that. But I'll put her proper FlossTube name at the bottom. But yeah, it's very fun to be able to interact with creative people and.
Yeah, we got to see Erin's some of her market releases a little ahead, and so that was fun. She has some great things coming out. So
they're all just super nice people.
Yeah.
And again, like I'm artsy fartsy and would love to have a creative job, but I don't have that. And so being able to just sit and listen to everybody talk about their creative things is right up my alley. And
other than that, that's it for me for life updates.
Well, I didn't do much. I worked, per usual. I yesterday did a chili cook-off. I was not the winner.
Aww.
Well, that's one of those hard things when you go off and you don't make like a traditional chili. I feel like you don't ever really win unless you... And they were all pretty, like, not a one of them I don't think had noodles in it, and I like it with noodles in it.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's got a little different
So-
idea. when it
Sometimes you
comes to
put the
chili.
noodles on the side so you can at least toss them.
I know,
Yeah.
but I did jalapeno popper chicken chili.
Oh, that sounds real good.
Which
Do you have leftovers of that?
I do.
Okay, we'll have some.
Yep. So I did not win that, and then we stopped at just a neighbor's birthday party. See.
Oh.
Other than that,
New England Stitcher. Stephanie is the New
Okay.
England Stitcher. I'm sorry.
other than that, I didn't
She
do
lives
much.
in Rhode Island, right? Not New Hampshire. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Anyways, I didn't do much.
Yeah. She did butt dial us, though, and we
did.
thought there was possibly going to be a Dateline episode because of it.
Well, there wasn't.
I got all excited she was going to FaceTime with us, and I answer, and then Mom pops on, and then I hear Erica talking. She says she doesn't know where her stuff is. Her husband says, I don't know where we are. And we're like, okay, well, hopefully everything is okay.
We had a little fun. We had a little fun night, and
Yeah.
I found my stuff. I have my stuff. I don't think it was ever missing, but
Okay, good. Well,
I'm not sure. I don't know what stuff I was looking for.
well I
had
didn't know
my
either.
purse.
And I'm like, are you calling us to tell us that you lost your stuff? Or...
Who knows? All right.
Okay, so we'll do a little... Huh?
Oh no, we're not to whips yet. We're
No, we're going to recap.
Okay.
People
All
are
right.
dying to know how
Okay.
all of our trips went.
Okay.
And things.
All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we took Peggy, who works at the gathering at Primitive Gatherings, with us to Welcome Stitchery. So we worked Thursday. We met up here. We stopped in La Crosse and had dinner. Fancy little dinner.
But somebody was not allowed to have
Beans.
what were they called? River
River
beans.
beans.
River beans. No, we were sharing a room.
I
And
had
there
to sleep
was-
next to her in a bed, and I said, "No river beans for you."
We shared a room and you had your own bed. So
I know, but had you had river beans, I don't know. It might not have been the most pleasant, but
Yeah.
So
it
we
was
traded
fun.
out the river beans and we had Minnesota wild rice and chicken soup.
Yeah.
It could have had the same effect potentially.
It could have, but it was really good. Soup and French fries.
Yep.
That's what I had.
I had cheese curds. Yeah. It was all really good. And then we got to Blue Earth at 11:30 at night.
Listened to a lot of murder mysteries.
We did. We did. And we had adjoining rooms, so Mom and Peggy were in one room, and then we had the door in between us.
Yep.
It was nice. We watched Cops.
We did.
We
Bad
watched-
boys.
Yeah, we watched Cops. It was good.
Jimmy was eating Cheeto pretzels.
Yeah. Sometimes you just crawl into bed and then you're like, hold up, I think
I think I need
a snack now. So
Yeah.
more Cops and some snacks.
I fell asleep, then I woke up. Whatever was happening in Cops must have got me. So then I was up for a minute and
Yeah.
back down.
That was fun. So then, Friday morning we went to breakfast we ate breakfast every day at Farmer's Daughter restaurant.
Which, if you've ever been to Blue Earth, go there for their breakfast.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
And they have mimosas, so
Yep.
that's...
They have really good mimosas, and their breakfast is amazing. I mean, I'd like to go for another different meal, because I'd like to try something else on the menu, but...
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, we had a hearty breakfast. We went to Welcome Stitchery. I mean, it was like a lot of the same people we saw last time, so it was fun just to interact. I feel like there were even more people.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't spend very much time stitching, though.
Well, I know. Especially the first... I mean, I don't feel like I spent a lot of time stitching regardless, but
I did not.
we just shopped a little bit.
Just a pinch.
Thank goodness for Justine and her smiling staff that humor us when we're there.
Yeah.
They're so great. I mean, we kitted up a lot of things, and they help you pick out your fabric, and it just, I can't even say enough about how great the staff is there and how helpful they are.
And I was a pest.
Yeah.
I was in there. I made a list.
And she broke the serger.
Yeah. I did. And the computer a little bit. To pay. I made a list this time. I made no promises about any sort of
She's learned her lesson.
One project.
She's learned her lesson.
But I thought, since I've been there before, I feel like the excitement maybe toned down a little bit, and I could control myself a little better. No. And
not for me. I'm saying for me. The excitement was the same.
For sure. It might have been amped up even more. I don't know. But anyways, I had a plan. Like, I took charts. I went through all of the charts that I have and picked out a few that I'm like, for sure this year I want to start. And a lot of times in the past, like, I would just dye. I would buy some Ada or whatever from Hobby Lobby and dye it. And I still like to do that. But I haven't been able to touch and feel all the different kinds. And now, like, I have a decent stash of fancy flosses for the most part, and I have a lot of patterns. So I just felt like, well, now might be the time to get more fabric that I can try things out.
Right.
So yeah, I got a lot. Hauls, you're gonna have to prepare yourself right now for.
You have to strap yourselves in
for
that one.
Yeah, and we would buy a few things. Go sit down, then you might have to go to the bathroom, then you end up back in.
Then you happen to just saunter on into the garage sale.
They had a garage sale going on.
That starts a whole new
dangerous
rabbit hole.
Yeah. So minimum, I probably made 10 trips into the store.
At one point, we were picking out things for other people to buy. This one over here.
Yeah, they come and get me. I'm trying to behave. I'm stitching. Mom, we found something for you. And so...
Well, it's kind of like when you're a little kid, like, can we get a prize?
Yeah. Come on, Mom, can you buy this?
We already spent a lot. I think we need a prize.
Right.
But all in all, a great time.
Yeah, we went out for dinner every night.
Everybody is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justine does a great job as our bingo, and
she hung out with us Saturday evening.
Yeah,
she kept it open a little longer for us to hang out, and I know she was dead tired because I made her cut 20 things of fabric and serge them and all that.
And Sunday we had to get in the car and drive home.
Because we were going to the Super Bubble.
Yeah.
And for our time it started at, well, you could get in the room at 3. So it's
we gotta have a 5-hour drive home, so we had to get on the road and hop back.
No pressure.
And just in time to hop on to.
Yeah, and I was just slightly late. I needed to stop and get a couple snacks and whatever. But yeah, come straight home, dump all my things in the basement and log on, and I'm like, wow, I don't even know like what I'm gonna do yet. But yeah, so that was So then we move right into the Super Bowl. And that, I didn't participate in a lot of the live or any, I just went into a stitching room pretty much. That's where I hung out. I did watch the SmackDown at the end.
I watched the beginning one.
Yeah,
they talked about the patterns.
Yeah,
and
finishing. They had different suggestions. People came on and showed projects that they completed, and
I didn't watch that.
Kathy and Stephanie gave them ideas of how they could finish them, and that was really nice. I missed I think they talked a little bit about starting up a designing business, and I wanted to watch that. I didn't because I got in a chat room or stitching room, and so, but it was good.
The rest was history.
Yeah, the SmackDown was very fun.
It was very
two
funny.
Husbands watching them try to thread a needle. That was pretty much of a priceless.
And if anybody doesn't know what it is, so this is Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches and Kathy Haberman of Hands on Design. Sort of an offshoot of the Jingle Ball. Without the shopping, it was only one evening rather than a whole weekend.
And you got the list of supplies that
there
you
were 2
needed
patterns
before.
that you got with the fee that you paid.
Yep, they
and then
sent
you got
some recipe or like a couple Super Bowl recipes and whatever. But
and then you got the list to get your supplies, and then the day of the Super Bowl, then you got your patterns and stuff, and very cute. You know, showing them.
Yeah, and again, it's one of those things. This one was a little more expensive than the Jingle Ball, but it's still well worth.
Well, even for the whole week, like you could use the rooms for like a whole week.
Yeah, they announced at the end of it that the stitching rooms would stay open then from Sunday through Friday, that you could utilize.
And you got 2 patterns, and that.
Right.
I mean, it was
I feel like
$40 or whatever. I mean, it wasn't anything.
Or something. Yeah, and I just feel like for anybody who's like, oh, I can only be on there for a little bit or whatever, like, spend the money and get on when you can. Because even if it's just an hour of your time, or even with this, if you miss the whole event, but you could hop on and chat with friends.
Yeah, the speed dating thing again, where you could get to, and a lot of times, like, Kathy or, Stephanie would be on there, so you get to, talk to the, be in the speed dating, and it's a really nice way to get to meet people because the stitching rooms are fun and you get to meet people from all over. So I think all in all it was well worth it. A great time. The patterns were cute and well done. Very well done.
And we're looking forward to whatever the next thing is
going to be. They said they got good feedback and that people would like to have them do more. So hopefully,
that's what I like. I can sit in my house and log on when I want to be on, and if I don't feel the obligation of like, if I've gone somewhere now I have to sit here. Not to say it's not fun either, but
for her lifestyle.
For my lifestyle, I like the come and go.
Well, and again, you're meeting people that you would never necessarily. And so my first time at the Jingle Ball, I met Dana. From Day by Day with Dana, she has a FlossTube, and then the second Jingle Ball, she ended up in a room with me, and so that random night, like I logged on earlier in the evening, and nobody was in any of the rooms, and I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. So then we talked a little bit, then I hopped on later, and then Dana was in a room with a lady from Canada, and we chatted. I mean, Dana's on the West Coast and whatever, so. She's
quite as late for her.
Yeah. But I don't know, like I felt like we knew each other. And it was just very fun. Like again, it's an opportunity to
All right.
Whipping on to whips.
We better get whipping here.
We're gonna whip. Okay.
So we're gonna whip through these whips.
We're gonna whip right through them. Okay, so my first whip, sorry for the is my Bluebird of Happiness by GBW. This one was one of my one of my 2 hoverboard pulls for this month. I started it this month, and I should be able to finish it in the next couple of days. Here's my little board. But okay. So I picked my own colors for the most part. I think I used some of the call for fancy flosses. I had ordered this. It's Atomic Ranch Freeze. I got it at Keepsakes along with the pattern. And I had gotten this before I really did any linen stitching. So it's 28 count. And when I started, I'm like, ugh, it's kind of bigger than now what I'm used to. But I'm really enjoying it. And I'm doing 1 thread over 2, and I kind of like the look that it's a little more antique looking, or I don't know, so it's pretty. Okay, then my paper.
Oh,
and then I got Ann Richardson. My sister's samplers. This is Tiger Lily's birthday sal. I have my information in front of me. It's the called for. I got the Vicki Clayton silks from the Vicki Clayton website, and I have the fabric, whatever it's called for, in the pattern. I love stitching this, and as soon as I get the bluebirds done, I'm jumping right back into that one.
Alright.
when I was at Primitive Gatherings for Cross Stitch Club, there was a lot of people who were very interested in the Vicki Clayton threads, and there are a few people I think who have this pattern, and that's fun. Next is Stitching with Friends by Jan Hicks Creates. I haven't done much on this one, but I did work on it since the last time.
Oh, you better have gotten more than 12 stitches on
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't, yeah, I probably should have brought the card over, but I don't remember what I'm stitching it on, and I picked my own colors. But this I'm nearing, it's not like almost done, but I'm far enough along that I feel like if I just spent a week, I could probably finish it up. This is In Heaven and Nature Sing by Kathy Barrick. This was our kind of pretend stitch along with B&E Stitchery, Brandy and Emma. When we chatted with them on our first Zoom 2 weeks ago, I started it.
You could just talk about the favorite thing as long as you have it.
Well, no, we're going to do it in our order.
Okay.
We're not jumping the gun on this.
Alright.
Yeah, and this too, I picked my own colors. I wanted to jazz it up into things the colors that I like, so. We'll see how that turns out. I think this is going to be more of like a designated stitch when we do the Zoom, just because now I'm kind of out of Christmas wintry mode.
Right.
But this is on 40 count, I think, if it's, Picture This Plus, Newcastle. And then Teresa Kovitz, Mystery Sal. This I would be much further, except that I had to frog it because I can't count. And I am excited about doing this, but again, like it's hard to prioritize sometimes. And the way I'm prioritizing is getting the heiferboard things. My goal on my heiferboard is to spend 1 hour a day on each of the ones called. But really deep down, I just want to finish them in that month. I could probably just write that on there and stick to that, but
do it.
So I'm just about done with my Bluebirds of Happiness, and then I gotta get cracking on these activities. And then I had just one non-cross stitch. I bought this before Christmas, this yarn, to do this project, and while I was at Primitive Gatherings on Friday, I started it. So it's Bianca Wrap by Blue Sky Fibers. And I wanted the exact colors on I think it's beautiful, and so, and it's been a while since I've knit, so I needed a little help from my buddy Wendy to get me started, and then casting on and counting. I know people have given me tips of like, cast on 10 and put a marker or do something like that, but that requires that I have to pay attention to that as well. So we'll just say that I cast it on quite a few times before I committed. So I've got next to nothing. I have one row coming right along though.
Any day now.
Any day.
Well, it started.
It is. Yep.
That's what I tell myself.
Exactly. So those are my whips.
Okay.
My first one, I started by Superb Owl. This was one of the patterns from...
I'm doing that too. I just forgot about it.
Oh.
You keep going.
From Hands On Design. It's called the Stitching Parliament.
And I did not know owls, a group of owls called a parliament. I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
And I have a little modest start on that. But I did get a little...
Okay. You got an owl head. I'm just going to show mine right away because I started the same project.
Mine is on an antique white Ada, and I'm using the called for.
And mine is on,
I think yours might be...
Mine's antique white, but I think it's, whatever they're called for, 32?
Maybe.
I think 32 with the called for colors.
And then my next one is by the Tiny Modernist, and it's the Stitcher's Ornaments. And I made some progress. This is one of my 12 by 12s. I'm trying to complete 2 of those a month. It's on a Witchell antique white, and the call for colors for that. And then this you've seen 1,000,000,000 times, but it's a whip, so I have to show it. It's my Courage sampler from Praiseworthy Stitches. And
You're making progress.
I am making some progress.
I haven't taken mine because I got a problem with it, and
Well, I had some color decisions. I picked my own colors for it. I don't remember off the top of my head, and I dyed that myself. And that is all of my whips.
Okay. Well, I have a few. Just a few. Well, because I already showed one, so I really just only have 2 more. Okay. But this I had a little help from my buddy Rose, because this was another one that I started a while ago and then stopped because I had a problem. So
that's kind of one of your first ones, isn't it? Because you
Heart and Hand. I started this the first 12 by 12.
Yeah.
The Big Hearted Tiny Town, and I got to like the middle, and then I had a bad situation. But my friend Rose, she helped me to push past it, and I made it over the center mark. So now she's challenged me to finish this by the end of February.
No pressure.
No pressure.
It's coming close, Erica.
I've already failed on the second thing that she asked me. Well, I was going to start a project, and you'll see it in my haul, but I didn't get that started on Valentine's Day. So, but that's just on 18 count. Swagger, DMC, nothing fancy.
Super fancy.
And this one, I've been really working on. So at Welcome Stitchery, they did a 2024 floss challenge. So each of the people who work there picked their favorite colors by different
brands.
And then you have to, you can make up your own pattern, or you pick a pattern, and you could only add black and white.
You have to adapt it with the colors that they
Yes.
pick.
So
it's kind of fun.
And you have until July. So I was like, get started. But I'm not telling what the pattern is.
She wants to win that $50 gift card.
Yeah.
Well, and Rose told me that if you finish
it.
and you FFO it,
you could win.
You can double down. So I am.
Okay.
This could be my very first FFO.
Okay.
I'm just saying. But yeah, here's what I got done on it.
She's doing great. We're all doing it.
Yep.
I didn't start mine yet, so I'm not going to show anything with it yet.
I'll show them the colors.
Yeah.
They're all very beautiful.
There's Cosmo, there's Forbidden Fiber Co.
Yes, so pinks and purples and
some Gentle Arts.
Yeah, I just did black and white and DMC. Yeah, Gentle Arts, Classic Colorworks, Forbidden Fibers, Weeks.
Yep, good variety.
So,
yep.
Those are my whips.
Okay.
That's what I've worked on.
And I had forgotten this one. I started this at the Superb Owl. It's the Lindy Stitches pattern.
What was this supposed to be?
Well, that's sort of how it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm doing the little... Well, I'm going to do it with the football. I did it with the football. But putting into the little pillow, not the large pillow.
But she gave you an option to do with a heart instead of a football if you weren't a football fan.
Yep. So I'm I've gotten pretty far.
Oh yeah, you made some haul on
Gotta
that.
get his head on there.
That guy. Don't mind that.
And this, I kitted, like we got this kitted up at Welcome Stitchery as well. I don't remember what I think it's just called Stonewashed by...
That's what mine, I have the Ada, and mine is Stonewashed. Seraphim.
Yes. With 36, we did 36 count.
Yep. And the call for.
Yes.
Okay. So that's that.
Okay.
Then, where we at?
Finishes?
Yeah.
Finishes. Okay, I have one. And that was another one of my 12 by 12s. This is finish number 4 for me for the year. This is Autumn Berries by SubRosa Design from the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitchers magazine 2018 fall issue. And I'm just gonna save this up for Primitive Gatherings finishing weekend, and I will figure out what I'm gonna do with it then.
Okay. Look, mine is Love by Scarlett House. I just have that little picture. And this is also one of my 12 by 12s. It's my 3rd finish. And I think I just chose my own colors and fabric. This was, I think, a free pattern. And I chose my own things. My next one is Antique Birds and Cages by Shakespeares Peddler. Also a 12 by 12.
It took her forever to buy.
That I tea-dyed. And then I'm using Weeks Dye Works Dove for the floss. And I had a little, some of my stuff is up a little further, but I went with it, so if anybody notices, I already know that. And that is it for my finishes.
What do you got?
Well, I have 0 finishes.
Where are you at with your FFOs?
Well, she's going to have that one that...
Well, I have some other things that I could FFO. I did finish some projects last year. I mean, I did. Like 3, maybe, for the whole year.
Okay.
So I could get those done.
You don't want to jump the gun on.
I'm not committed to...
Yeah.
I hate to rush into something.
Yeah.
And you can't sneak up on a wild animal. Because my husband told me that, so...
Okay.
All right. Haul it out.
All right, haul. Here we come.
Are you ready?
Get ready.
Refill your drink.
Yeah.
Might need it.
I've been pretty good with haul. Up until we made this trip, I have been holding back on not getting a whole lot of things. So.
I like how I have this sort of in a list, but...
And I kind of maintained myself. I didn't do too bad, I don't think.
I didn't do too bad either. Okay. My disclaimer is, though, that I felt like I was being sort of practical. I am finishing things, so I feel like...
Okay.
I mean, you can... And I don't normally buy that much stuff at a given...
Given trip.
Yeah. But this was... When in Rome, you gotta just
When
do
in Rome.
things. Okay.
I mean, just do it.
So this is a pattern I already had. It is a Rock and Roll Sampler by Heartstring Samplery. I think it was an exclusive for Hobby House or something. And those colors are like my favorite. So I wanted to get that one kitted. So I got 46 count colored cotton white tee linen. And I picked up all the called for color and cotton, or classic color work, and if you want to like show it with the whatever, you know. Beautiful, right?
It's very nice.
Okay, that's project number 1. I can just pick this up at any time.
I know.
With all my free time. Okay. This is for Christy from Floss Boston Cousins. Her birthday sale starts on the 27th. Hold up.
Oh,
Hold up.
Sorry.
Don't jump the gun here. Prairie Life Sampler by Heartstring Samplery. I got 36 count R&R Liberty Gathering something.
I know, so mine I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. I typed it in the notes. It might say Heather or it might say
like French perch
heart.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it might be Heartfield, but
right.
Maybe it could be Heatherfield.
Right. And I pulled some of the DMC in a couple of weeks. I was going to order. She had got Vicky Clayton Silk, like a kit you could purchase. I was on the fence about it, but I think I'm gonna do the Weeks Dye Works, put the DMC back. I don't know, but these are some of the colors. I'm still deciding what I want to do. And I might, switch up some of the colors. And there's like little people on here. I might personalize them to be my family. This is I don't really need to show this, I guess. I could show the fabric. This is for the 2024 Floss Challenge from Welcome Stitchery. I got 46 count Atomic Ranch Vapors. And I'm going to keep my pattern secret as well, but it's the same colors.
She thinks she's going to beat me. Little does she know.
A lot of competition
I have
going
mine
on.
done. I mean, I have mine started.
I know. Roses.
Oh, Rose is doing it?
She is.
All right.
Okay.
She's participated before, so
okay.
She's got a little more knowledge,
all
probably.
Right. Well, she'd share with me. She'd share her knowledge with me.
Right? And this is Thursday Goes Goth by Hemlock and Rye. I showed this last time, but I got the fabric. I ordered it from Rebel Stitcher. It's 32 count Fox and Rabbit Tornado. Kind of fun. And then it's got a million colors, and I'm going to use the color for DMC. Get in there. Come on now. This is in a Dot Boost bag.
It's a cute one.
Yep. Some of my bags on there aren't fancy, but okay. And then this, I already had this, but for the Fabulous Houses, I've been waiting on my fabric to come. This is Be Stitch Me 40 count Lunar. I'm gonna stitch them all on the same piece of fabric, so I have a half yard there.
I'm gonna show mine right away because I got the Ada 20 count, same Lunar. So I'm show that both right away.
Yep. Look at that.
See that long?
This is another Dot Goose. Wisconsin bag. That's one of my favorite bags. You know. Then, if anybody watches Quilt or Stitch Roadies, Anna, she's been working on these trees for years now, and she's nearing the end now.
She's in the home stretch.
Just about
She's got 3 trees left to do. Yep, it's beautiful.
Watching that, I'm like, I need to have this. So I bought this like last year. Beautiful trees. It's all in Italian. It doesn't give you really like a fabric recommendation or anything. It's by Renato Perolin. It's called Il Bosco di Bengaston.
Yes, that's just how I was going to say that.
Right. Anna's fabric is more like a lighter blue color, but I went with 36 count Be Stitch Me Winter Mix. So, I don't know. It's more blue, but it's very pretty.
We're all voting on this one.
Right. And then, because everybody hates stitching with white pretty much, but I opted for like, it's Weeks Dye Works Icicle, so it's like, you know, a really light blue. Right. So like, I can maybe tease myself into thinking it's fun.
Right.
To
well, it's almost like white and light blue, like
right.
I mean, the fabric's pretty dark, so hopefully it'll be a good contrast.
It'll be beautiful.
Not like stitching with white, hopefully.
Right.
Otherwise, that's like gonna be a long damn project.
But I'm looking forward to this, and this is one I'm for sure going to be hanging in my house. So I made a decision, like as far as picking cross stitch patterns and all that stuff. I'm giving up having to feel like I can only pick things that would match my home or that I have a specific purpose for. It's like putting a puzzle together or doing any of that. If I enjoy stitching it, regardless of the colors or what the pattern is, I like samplers, I like cutesy things, I like all the things. I'm just going to pick what I want and go with it. And maybe someday it will match my house.
Or put it in a box.
Right, exactly. So this bag I got from Dee Johnson when we were at Welcome Stitchery last time, when her group stitches at the funeral home. But it's cute. It's very nice. It's a really sturdy bag. Okay. Everybody bored yet? This is Elizabeth Weston circa 1830 by Hands Across the Sea. I had bought this before, and I really love the pinks and the greens and whatever, so I was dying to stitch that one. So I bought 40 count Newcastle. This one I couldn't tell what the word was. And the color blush. It's gonna be a big old, like Tiger Lily says, a big gal or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't look very pink on this thing, but it's like pink. A powdery pink color.
Yes. And
then I have all the called for DMCs. This one will take a minute to stitch up, I'm sure.
You could do that for your leap year start, then you got 4 years.
Well, I suppose. I mean, maybe that's a good idea, but I already have my leap year one picked out. Okay, this is going to be my CCC.
Whatever that.
Julie's Sal and the CCC with Julie Sal. It's her birthday, Sal. And it had to be a cause, a community,
the other C thing.
There's another C word.
Culture.
Culture. And that person who designed the pattern had to be part of that culture or whatever. So I picked one. I was originally going to find one by a black designer since it's Black History Month and do that, but I got something different picked out for Juneteenth. This is Women of Honor Sampler by Rebel Stitcher. I think Anna's possibly going to stitch this for her leap year sale. Yeah, and I had that one already, but I bought 40 count
His toys in the garage.
40 count Fox and Rabbit, Duxbury. It's kind of a cool, like, dirty color.
Sorry, Walter's going to the park.
He's very excited about it.
Little wild child right now.
And I got all the call for Classic Colorworks.
Beautiful.
I was really digging through all my project bags. I don't feel like I have a million, but I'm like, I have a lot of things now kitted up that need to go in a bag. So, and like Anna, she was going to put this pattern in her RBG project bag, and I already had one from Black Hat X Stitchery. So I bought this like a year ago, and it's got a
beautiful
purpose. I just kitted up one project, everybody.
We could go outside and sit in the sun for a little while.
Right? Jan Hicks creates E pluribus unum, however you say that.
Peggy taught you, like,
she did.
a few times.
And I love it. I've had this for like a year now, too. And
I really like that.
It needs to be started. So I got picture this plus 40 count fawn.
Mm-hmm.
And the call for floss.
This one slipped.
Yeah, she slipped. It's a lot of colors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
more than you'd think.
Sees.
Yeah. Beautiful colors, though. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to add that to my.
Yep.
When it starts.
Next is, this is a pattern I already had, Martha Evans 1879, the Scarlett House. I just love the colors on it. And I got picture this plus 40 count fawn for that one as well.
Some more fawn.
More fawn. La Fonda. And the call for DMC for that one.
Nice.
Another dot goose bag with Teresa Kogut fabric.
This bag I'm stealing from you. I tried to win one. I was not a winner.
This is a pattern I also had, and I first was attracted to it. I saw Kindred Stitcher stitch it, and it was beautiful. And then when I went to find the pattern, I didn't think the picture really... I mean, I wouldn't have picked this based off those colors because I'm not really like a brown girl, really. But after I saw Kindred Stitchers, I'm like, oh, that needs to happen. So this is going to be the Long Dog New Year's leap year. There's a hashtag for it, and I'll have it listed below. But Long Dog leap year thing, and then you have until the next leap year to finish it. So I got 40 count Small Potatoes by Lap and Loops. I believe Lap and Loops is Lucy Beam's daughter who dyes fabric. And these are the call for DMC. Pretty pumped to get going on that at the end of the month. We made it to 2 hours yet. And then this is Shelly Fry's bag I purchased for the Keepsakes 25-year anniversary.
Sass.
Going down.
Just when we thought she was done.
Yeah.
This is why Justine probably lost 20 pounds that weekend from... Okay. This is another pattern I already had. Penny Spring by Plum Street Samplers. I got 32 count Manny Di Donna in Burnt Sand. And this was some of the call for, I just have to dig the DMCs out. Fat Quarter Shop.
Meshy Babe.
Yep.
From one of the
things we did. Chocolate Hearts by Plum Street Samplers. This one I already had. I saw Katie, can't think of her name, the fancy embroidery girl.
Oh, Strachan?
Yes, I watched one of her FlossTubes and she stitched that, and I'm like, need to have that now. So that is 40 count needle and flax furly, or it could say turkey. I mean, I don't know. But
it could say turkey.
These are the called for colors. And this is a Dot Dot Goose, our pig stitcher bag. She still has some on her Etsy shop, so you can go.
Yep, that's my favorite one.
It is mine as well. Okay, so then we're a little more basic now, okay? And I didn't take these out of the package, so I'm sorry. But this is Cotton Bird by Plum Street. It's not too. I'll take them out. Sorry, I was on the ball with the ones in the bags, and I didn't even think of these ones. This is Always Remember by Plum Street. I just watched Stitch Roadie last night, and
I saw this.
I feel like our brains are connected because we had a couple of repeats here. And Heartstring Samplery for the Love of Stitching. I got that.
I need to get that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I did like that one.
Yep.
I had it in my hand and then I put it back.
Well, Justine has little hidden gems everywhere, so she does gotta
pull something off. There's another hidden gem.
You can't even turn around because you'll be tempted to buy another something.
Hands Across the Sea. This is Eliza Martha Linfoot, 1834.
Pretty.
Mm-hmm. I want to collect all these. So, A Year at Hawk Run Hollow. This was a last minute impulse buy, After Hours. Life After Death by The Long Dog. That one it'll be a quick stitch, I'm sure. Oh boy. This one Anna has. Blossoms and Birds by Erin Elizabeth. And I want to get all of her market releases.
I know. Every one of them is cuter than the next.
I had that little house. I wanted that little house, and then that tiered tray. I wanted that
sewing stuff. That is super cute. They're all
she's
very,
like,
very cute.
I don't think she takes a break from. She's just in constant design mode, which is really cool. This was a last minute. If you
good thing I left. I left Saturday, and good thing I did.
These were Saturday night, before I left. If you watch the Welcome Stitchery FlossTube, Shelly is working on this one, and it's beautiful. And Mom should probably work on it too, because she's a big fan of stitching those trees. But this is And a Forest Grew by Rosewood Manor.
Oh, I do like that. But I'm not. I gotta stick with small things right now.
I'm telling you, those trees, after a while, I did 12 of them on my one.
And then this is Isabella Keene by My Friends, My Sister's Samplers. Christy, Floss Boss and Cousin, she started it. I was giving her a little crap because she showed her empty hoop because she was waiting for her floss to come. But she has made some significant progress now, so no pressure to me on that. Okay, and then... because we all need a planner, and I said I'm not a planner girl. But I felt like I needed a book of days. And I saw, like, Anna, she uses stickers to sort of indicate whatever.
Okay, well, what do you got?
Okay. So January, nothing fancy, because I didn't have this in January, and I didn't always document when I was doing things. But I did include a list in the notes of my 12 by 12 starts.
Okay.
February though, and so how I'm going to do it is I'm not going to put any plans in here. I am, other than like if I'm going to an event or something like that, but really I'm just documenting what I worked on. And I sort of color coded them with a highlighter if it's a new start, if it's a heiferboard. Whips I'm not highlighting at all, and a finish. And then I used my sprocket.
I'm proud of you.
Because, well, I know.
Proud of you.
Good job. Okay. Yeah, I was going to buy some sticker books and some stickers to put in here. I'm like, I don't need that. I got the sprocket. I can just find pictures of things and just add them in there. So,
all right.
There we go, friends. I will see how long I can maintain this.
We'll see how March goes.
No big deal.
Nice.
Okay, so that was all.
That was all your haul?
No.
Well, no,
nope.
not.
I gotta get up. That was all that I purchased at Welcome Stitchery.
Don't worry, ours will not be anything like this.
No. Ours will be cool. Ours will be pretty quick
and short.
I'm helping the stitchy economy. Okay. All right. All this I bought at Welcome Stitchery though. It's a 4-inch wooden hoop. Okay. And I thought I would like to. Where is my?
Sit and take a break here for
no, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I showed the Yazzie bag, maybe our last video, as one of our favorite things, but Yazzie makes the smaller, like, little wallet thing, and I have been liking this, because the projects I've been working on lately, I've been stitching in hand, but then I can just fit this into, like, my purse. I just sort of fold up my pattern, but, I mean, it's got little... This is my working thread, and don't judge me. Very organized. Sometimes the wad gets it gets stuck to my butt, and I walk off with it. But I thought maybe I could just add the little hoop into this when I go in case I need a hoop. So that was that. Okay. Okay, and then this, Goose Denise is an enabler. She posted about this on her Instagram, and then I felt like I probably needed to get it too. So this is a Stitch Sampler book by Under the Garden Moon, and it comes, so you're making a little stitch book, and it's a monthly subscription. Here. So you get the fabric that has the pre-printed. I know, I'm sorry. Fabric. She has videos then of how to do the stitches. You get a card of like Sue Spargo threads for each month, and a little gift. You get the needles. A little thing of the different needles you'll need for the project. It's got a little needle tin.
Bolster.
Yep. And you get a little thing of like practice linen and practice threads. But
nice.
Yeah, then you'll eventually assemble it into a book, and I thought it was really cute. So thank you, Denise, for that recommendation to add to my activities.
I don't know if that's
that maybe
yours.
came from that. I'll just set her here for now. And then I picked up my wool box, number 7 for Primitive Gatherings wool box, which is also in a bin waiting for me to finish the first block. Okay, and then I just have Stitchy Kindness. We received a very sweet Valentine card and some floss drops from Shelley Fry, which, how cute is that? Thank you, Shelley.
Yes, thank you, Shelley. They're very cute. I love them.
Made us smile. It's awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
And don't mind the dog.
Don't mind the panting.
He's back from the park. Denise gave me this the other day. It's a little Lori Holt thread cutter. She stuck it to her daylight or her light. Cross Stitch Club, Primitive Gatherings. Cindy gave us those as like a little.
Thank you. We all got one of those.
Thank you,
Thank you very much, Cindy.
This was for I'll finish. Kathy Decker, who runs our Cross Stitch Club, gave us a little bag with a couple candies and a little wooden finishing heart with a little charm on it.
Very cute.
Okay.
So awesome, Josh.
And Linda gave us a Valentine that had a counting pin in it.
Yep, they're all a little bit different.
I only got one hand I can use.
I know, well.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Linda. That was very nice.
And then these couple, I forgot about these. So Rose made us little spool doilies for our featherweights. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
And then our friend Nettie Pot, Christy Net, gave us a bag that has beeswax in it and candy. And I just want to say,
confession time here.
As we were saying goodbye at Welcome Stitchery, some gals came running and said, "Oh, are these the rest of your table gifts?" And so I took the bag like, "Oh, thank you." And then when I dropped my mom off, I'm like, "Here are the rest of the things." They weren't ours. They were Christy's. So I'm sorry I have
We'll get them back to you.
Yes.
But it made me laugh. I'm like, well, it's not like I can just run it back to her. So I mean, yeah, they're in my trunk. But
okay, anything else?
No, I think that
that
is that.
All right, we're gonna start moving on here. I got a Carolyn Manning, the dollhouse window. I plan in May to do the Carolyn Manning May. I have one other pattern of hers, so I'm gonna add that to it. This was a Carolyn Manning.
I can't show that.
Oh, she designed. Well, I can't show it. A bag with a design.
It's pattern, isn't it?
Yeah. So there's going to be a Carolyn Manning cross stitch on the front, and that's a fabric. I'm doing the Teresa Kogut. Jamie already showed it, but I just picked my fabric. I don't know what's on it.
Cappuccino.
Yep.
I didn't show
Fiber on a whim. 18 count cappuccino.
You can show that a little bit.
Okay.
She just released the second bit of it.
Okay. I kitted up The Key to My Heart by Brenda Gervais.
I love that one too.
Yes.
I got Deck the Halls by Blackbird Designs.
This is what we
Yeah,
forced her to
that's
buy.
our prize.
They talked me into.
Well, it was necessary.
This is the next one, The Prairie Birds by the Prairie Schooler.
Yeah, that's my prize too.
I purchased the Just Cross Stitch. I mean, everybody's been showing this, but it's very nice. They highlighted some floss tubers, Sweetwater, Elizabeth Ann Stitch,
Pam and
Steph.
I better take a
I know, have to take a look at it. Chantel is in there. This was my winning for bingo at Welcome Stitchery.
Oh, I forgot to bring my winning, but that's cool.
Doodle stitching.
And this
Embroidery art.
Yes. And this is an embroidery book. I want to do this. I need to get the fabric for it, but I very much enjoy Kathy Schmidt's.
Hopefully you can hear us over this panting.
Yeah. And these were a couple of gifts from our friend Rose from Welcome Stitchery.
Yes. I have some of those.
she had some things that she wanted to get rid of, and she really had some cute things, and it reminds me of my early stitching days, so we got those.
Well, and I, of course, let her have this joy.
Well, because I'm choosing joy, and so I needed that. And then this little motif book.
Yes.
And
that was from Rose.
My haul.
I'll just go into the rest of my Rose gifts because I'm Rose's favorite if you don't know. Just saying. So, the last time I saw Rose, I was talking about starting my wool block. And I didn't have any of the Valdanis, so she went through her stash and she had a couple duplicates, and so she...
Very nice.
She shared with me, and I unfortunately can't remember the name of the husband, but he made these little...
Oh.
So then her and her friend would share.
Well, that's cool.
That's a good
because they
idea.
could put them on these little spoolie things, but I don't remember what his name was, or the friend's name, but I just know that. So that was a gift from Rose. Then she gave us these... She went to the thrift store before she came, and she found these little glass...
I'm thinking of doing one of these out of the mini book on there, so they're
like
very
a glass
cute.
finishing thing. She gave us a big Hershey Kiss for Valentine's. And this little 3D cross-stitch book
Very cute.
has these little houses in there, and all kinds... I mean... I feel like there's probably some dollhouse furniture or things that you could, she could stitch up for her dollhouse. So, yeah, just these little cross-stitch 3D crafts. Right here, like a couch. You could put some furniture so your people could drink out of the cups. And I don't know where to put them.
Christmas trees. Yep.
All right.
Well, I mean, you could get coin on that for me.
Yeah.
As a Christmas gift.
And then she gave me this bag.
That's very nice.
So, that was my Rose.
And she got to have a sleepover with Rose.
I did. I did get to have a sleepover with Rose, and it was really, really good. I'm not going to show this because you already showed this. It was my fabric for the
Yep.
The owl.
Stephanie.
I didn't show mine either.
Those are the flosses for it. I grabbed two just rando fabrics. Nothing fancy, but they were having a sale, so I bought some Belfast 32 white and the Atomic Ranch Vapors 36 count. Just kind of a gray little thing. And then this was the hot item. So, Crossed Wing Collection out of Wapaka, Wisconsin. So they're hand painted fabrics, and she had a little bin of these, and I had to have this pink one for some reason.
We don't know what's going to go on there, but
we don't know. We don't know. But
beautiful.
It sounds like it's all 28 count, or the majority of what they do.
It's very, the colors are just...
They have a website, so check them out. Support a little...
Yep. Wisconsin business.
Yeah.
Stitchy business.
Okay, this I already had. This I already had. The Andy B's Little Pink Houses. So I already had this pattern, but I kitted it up while I was there. So, called for colors and Fiber on a Whim 32 count slate. I went with.
That's a nice one.
And I was supposed to start this on Valentine's Day, but I did not. So Rose, I already failed you.
Starting it tonight.
Yep. I'll get at it right tonight. This is probably one of my favorite ones because...
Oh, yeah. That fancy stuff.
My friend Julie from Welcome Stitchery,
Yep.
we got to get coordinated here because this Blueberry Ridge design, House on Blueberry Hill, it was a must-have. It was a must-have, and then poor Julie came, she wanted it. There was only one left in the store, and if you've ever been to Welcome Stitchery and they tell you there's one pattern left, that could take you a while to find.
Yes.
And so I was like, Julie, I'll help you. So we wandered around, and sure enough, I pulled one pattern down, and it was right there.
Awesome.
This is what I was saying. Is this Heatherfield or Hartherfield? It's this weird kind of
it's Heatherfield.
burlappy fabric that Justine, it's kind of got like some specklies in it. It's 16 count. But it's like you can't get this anywhere.
Yeah. I think she said Kathy Haberman told her a while ago to get it because it wasn't going to be around much.
Yeah,
I got a big chunk of it.
Yeah, it's almost like burlap or something. They have a couple different colors.
It's soft though. It's not. It doesn't feel
Right.
like burlap. It kind of looks like it, but it's very soft. It's really different.
And I did all the called for colors, which were my favorite. And now I know that there is a pear, I think a pear and a strawberry. That, pretty sure Julie jumped the gun. She went
pre-ordered.
Yep,
She
she
pre-ordered
pre-ordered. So I'll probably be getting those two. And then me and Julie are gonna have a little, our own little stitch.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Our own little sale.
Yeah.
Maybe you two can join. I'll have to discuss it with Julie first. see if she'd like.
I didn't get any of that
visitors.
fancy fabric though. The Heatherfield.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to put it on.
I have a big chunk of it, so if you let me
just
try,
right. Get a big
I
chunk.
bought a big chunk of it.
Rose got some too. Okay. Then I just got some patterns that I, of course, couldn't live without. I got 2 Plum Street. My garden house. I went back and forth on this one about 7 times. And it just happened to slip in the purchase.
We'd get ourselves so sweaty in there,
Yep.
and we go back into the other room like, don't let us go back in there, and then
And then
you just
Sweetheart
have to go to
Hill.
the bathroom again.
I think you conned me into this one.
I think I did.
You were
We
like,
had others.
look at this, and I was like, oh,
I know.
God.
We had others we wanted too.
And this Isa Gladstone. Home is where the fabric and floss are. It's like this little basket.
Like is that like a little snap tray kind of a thing?
Yeah. And I just thought it was cute with the cross stitch inside and the.
Yes. You could make each of us one of these.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get right on it.
Well, don't worry, I sure will.
I hope I live long enough so when she gets in.
You guys just.
When her craft room is done, she's gonna be whipping things out.
I am. And then I did. This was like I first walked in. I was like, I have to have it. Breda Gervais. 'Tis Spring. I just think the colors are beautiful, and I had to have it. So got some PTP.
Picture this plus.
Picture this plus.
Yep.
36 count fawn. So
Fawn was a popular.
Fawn was a.
La Fonda.
I work with a lady named Fawn,
Okay.
and her sister's name is Barbie
Okay.
or Bambi.
Bambi and Fawn.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So these are the called for colors that get you the tickle bug right there.
Well, that's like when we were talking to Rose and Michelle the other night. We were talking about the Super Bowl and how many celebrities were at the Super Bowl. I'm like, yeah, even John McCarthy was there.
Look at like John McCarthy.
Oh, John.
Or Paul McCartney. He was.
Yeah.
John McCarthy was maybe like the 5th Beatle. We're not sure, but
He filled in for Ringo 5 times.
Mike McCarthy.
I had myself laughing even a day after that because I'm like, okay, well that was dumb.
Right. And I had to fully get this because this is going to go in the new craft room. So,
Oh boy.
Little Dove Designs, the sewing room. I thought it was super cute. I got 32 count Belfast pearl gray, and then these beautiful DMC colors. And my last but not least item I got in the
garage sale.
There were only 3 of them at the garage sale for $10.
Yeah. $10, a daylight dual lamp with a clamp.
Yeah. And it has a little swing out, like you can light up for your neighbor too.
You can. So,
very nice.
A nice $10 purchase right there. That concludes
our haul.
Okay. That wasn't much. No. Sorry.
No?
Sorry for now we should be good till the next StitchCon maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're on to favorite things.
Well, favorite
and
things.
because I've been asked, I've received messages and been asked at like permanent gatherings and things, what are these called? These are magnetic cable ties that you can use. They're little rubber magnet thingies that you can gather up your fabric. You can also use it as a needle minder then.
Yep.
And I've used it even with stitching in hand sometimes just to gather the excess. You can get them on Amazon, and I will include the Amazon like for our affiliate thingy. Anything else?
No.
These
you know.
items. Linda.
Yes.
Thank you for these little 2024 charms for all my projects that I'm going to finish. I need
no pressure.
I need a stash, so
we should probably order.
How many is that? How many do you got to finish?
Well, you know, just
6 or something.
6, 7.
7. All right.
So no pressure.
That works.
So I have 7 projects that I'll finish in 2024.
Okay.
I'm not making any promises.
Okay.
Future
plans. And I didn't put much down because I just really can't even.
I'm just gonna stitch.
Yeah, Anna on Quilt Roadies, and I think she still on Stitch Roadies, but Stitching with the Sisterlies is trying to create a quilt tube that we're probably going to have to join.
We'll have to be on there for sure.
I don't know that we're going to be quilt tubers though, but I will definitely be watching and be
We'll be fangirling.
Yeah.
We'll be fangirling.
Yeah.
Can you share chocolate with me?
I can.
Yeah. And then I don't know, like in 2 weeks, Erica's gonna have her craft room done.
Yep. Yeah.
So I would like to do tours of our craft rooms and put videos up for that. I would like to have a YouTube live. So stay tuned for that. I will put start a conversation so if people have any special questions for Erica specifically, we can prepare for that.
I'll be ready.
Otherwise, I don't know. I've been in a little permanent gathering withdrawal compared to how much time I had spent there. I went 2 times this last week, but work's been busy, so I can't always easily get away. But I need to get a better game plan and schedule some days off so I can get there more often.
Yeah, I'm kind of taking a little break for this time of the year. I just want to do some stitching, slow down a little bit, enjoy these last couple of months of the cold weather. Not that I like it, but just to not be so busy. And then in the spring, I'll ramp up a little bit more, getting to primitive gatherings, and we have retreats coming up this next year, and that's kind of it for me.
I'm gonna get after this craft room. Josh is definitely helping me this week. You at least get it cleaned out, and then I'm getting after it, and then I'm just gonna stitch. I don't think I have anything else happening.
Sewing I'm working on, so I'll do a little bit of that.
Sewing.
So maybe by next time I'll have a little whip from that. We'll see.
A little whip from that.
Yeah. With that, I think that's it.
Yeah. And
Thank
then, we have unfinished business here.
Oh.
So, we did have one winner claim her giveaway, but we're still waiting to hear back from.
We struggle with the name. We're not sure. What did we say? What did we remember? What did we
Gina.
Gina DeWitt.
DeWitt. 6398. You are the winner.
You can send an email. It'll be listed below, or send a message on Instagram. And if we don't hear from you from the next one, we'll pick somebody different.
Yes. But you'll miss out on this nice prize.
Poor Marsha's been waiting for hers because I was going to send it. I'm like, well, I'll just wait till I hear from the other winner and then send them at the same time. But I'm going to send hers out tomorrow.
Please, Gina.
Yes.
Reach out. Otherwise, there'll be a new lucky winner.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think that's it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks to everybody for tuning in to us. We know there's a lot of choices for FlossTube. Like and subscribe. And we thank everybody that takes the time to watch. We really appreciate it.
Yes. All
Okay.
right. So keep stitching and get your boobs checked.
Yep.
Bye.
Have a good